Hey, what's up, guys? Man, nice day today. Sun's shining. It's about, I don't know, it's about 9:30 in the morning. And yeah, just coming out to the shop. No, I had plans for today, but the pieces I needed did not come. And so we're going to switch gears. We're going to try and get a couple other things on some other trucks done that I've been wanting to get done. I'm thinking about working on the air filter bracketry on Krystal and get that knocked out, and maybe order the pieces I need for the air intakes so that could be done. I'd like to get that done, and then let's see, let me flip you around there. So the way we're doing this is we got the tube that comes off the motor. We got it going into an air filter, and then that filter is going to come out from underneath. See, my elbow fell off, and it's going to come out in the center here, and then it'll branch off into some Y's and then up the truck. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need some clamps. We'll probably go with 6-inch. We'll get some clamps, some 6-inch clamps, and some 6-inch tubes, and we're actually going to space it away a little bit, maybe 4 inches. So we'll put like a 4-inch clamp and then a 6-inch pipe. We'll have to look at some other trucks online. We'll order those clamps. Also got to get some 6-inch hose clamps for the rubber fittings. But what I want to do is I think I'm going to put the cab up. I think I will put the cab up and make the bracket that holds the air filter cut the main pipe so it moves that air filter towards the engine another few inches to give me some space. Right now it's sitting right on the cab, so we'll do that, and we'll make that all solid in there. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Let's get that done, and then we're going to come over here to Marla. And you know, Marla's a leaker. When this old wore out 8V92 Detroit's running, it's just constantly dripping oil out of the let's get your eyeballs down there, as Chad would say, out of the airbox drains. You see those two massive oil spots, and it pretty much oils the driveway everywhere we go. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to mount up a catch tank, put some fittings on those airbox drains, and let it go into a catch tank, and we'll just try and remember to empty the thing before it gets full. So we'll try and get that done today. We'll try and get that air filter bracket made today, and if time allows, we'll get the old bucket and sponge and get out here and get after this filthy dirty truck. We are going to the truck show this weekend, and that'd be super cool to have this truck all sparkle buggy and ready to go. We'll wash the wheels and tires, put a tire shine on, and do the windows and take her to the show. Well, anyways, we'll get some tools and stuff around. We'll get you set up on the old tripod. We'll try and talk to you a little bit while I'm making some stuff, and let's get after it. All right, so what I want to do is I want to move this in a little bit. So either I'll loosen this up and see if it'll slide in, or we'll have to cut a little bit off. And then this is the air filter that I want to use. Now, I have considered putting a pair of these on the outside of the truck, but I don't like the fact that it's disposable. I don't like the fact that they dropped it either, but for now it's fine. These are about $100 for these filters, and the biggest problem is, I think, I think the inlet, I guess it doesn't really matter. We could put it like that. We could put a piece of pipe on here going up, and then this could be mounted back here. Probably would be easier. I just think these things will rust. But I do think it would be easier just to mount those back here. I just don't know that the filter is designed to, I mean, I guess it is. I guess it probably would be better if I just did that. So I think I just changed gears on what I want to do. Rather than have that single filter in the, instead of having that single filter inside, maybe I'll just get 2 of these and mount them right here. I guess then the only problem is to make a T. This isn't quite a 6-inch. I know I'm kind of standing in the way. I'm just trying to, in my own mind, figure out what I want to do there. Grab a tape measure right quick. I guess these are about 10-inch. So I need some 10-inch clamps. I could paint those and give them a little bit longer life being outside. I think this is galvanized. It hasn't rusted yet. It's been out in the weather. So maybe we'd be fine, but I could get 2 of those, and those clamps would be 10-inch, and the bolt circle would be 5-inch. Yeah, 5-inch bolts, 5-inch spread. We'll have to look for those right quick. I'm just gonna make some notes. And I think that'll be fine. I may not like the way these look, but if I put those on and get it all done, and then I come across some 10-inch stainless intake air cleaners, then I could just swap that out, and that would be cool. Yeah, I like it. Okay, now I just got to put that back on, and temporarily. I think I'm going to make a quick temporary modification, so at least I can drive this truck a little bit while I wait for those parts. I think I'll do what I originally was going to do, and loosen this up, and push that up in there even more, and then tighten that up. Okay, and then give this little bracket a bend. Let me get one more 6-inch clamp. I'll be right back. All right, let's get some of these up here. Let's see what we're gonna do. going to have to get up in there. Hold it in place while we do it. While we do it. Take this. Make sure that we can see it. And this is just temporary, so we can run this truck. You know, we want to be able to drive this truck a little bit and that's not really a 6-inch. It's supposed to be, but I think a brand new 6-inch would probably be beneficial. Okay. And then what I was gonna do is just build them out from here to here, right? To hold that thing, and then maybe another one up there. I think that would be good. Maybe I will make a quick bracket. I think that would be probably a good idea. Otherwise it's sitting on the shifter, you know. Now, if this didn't have a air cab, I could just make the mount to this piece. Chances are it would be fine moving this much. And I think temporarily I will put a bracket to that. Let me grab something right quick. Alright. And so I think this is going to work. And again, this is a temporary fix, right? So basically we're just doing this so it has some air filtration. This zip tie will probably get broken. I think this thing is going to end up hitting the body of the truck. Move that. We'll see how that goes. Again, temporary, just so we can run it with and have filtration. I think it'll be adequate. And I think I'd like to find stainless. I'd like to find stainless air cleaners as well. totally the body's going to hit that. Okay. Yeah, wow. That hits a lot worse now than it did. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I'll bring you back. All right, let's see. Rightly know what I'm fixing to do here. Okay, that's all I can do. For now, it's fine. All right. It's not like I want, but it is what I've got. And we'll get the parts and we'll get that all on there. And then we'll try and see how much, where those things got to go in order for that 45, that dual 45 to make it. Yeah, that's it for today on this one. We'll order some pieces. So that's going to be, if you use your imagination a little bit, we'll come out here with an elbow and then a 45. And hopefully the 45 into a 45 makes this. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, I think that'll work. The only question is, will I be able to find 10-inch air filters? I hope so. All right, so what are we gonna do with this truck? This truck needs, this truck definitely needs a catch can. And let me get you down here where you can see. So what I'm thinking is I get a small air tank and I bracket it to the bottom of the transmission, the bell housing area, and then have those lines go into it. Now I might have to put it in the crossover. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll put it in that cross member and then have those lines come down into the top of it. Now what are we going to use for a little tank? This is where Patty comes in kind of handy. We may be able to, it's a nice spider web on Krystal's windshield. We may be able to repurpose this small air tank right here. We'll take it off. We'll get these bolts out. We'll take this tank off and we'll see if we can mount the tank. It has these fittings right here. It'd be a nice entrance fitting. And then we got to find a way to drain it, and I think this is going to be the key to draining it. We'll take that fitting out. We'll put a petcock in there. The problem is we'll only be able to use half of this tank. So I'm not really sure if I like that. I may just plug that one, and I may cut a hole in the side and weld a bung in with a T that I can take off. But first thing first, we'll get these bolts off. We'll wait till Jessica's awake, and then we'll get this tank off of here, and we'll see if we can get it mounted. And if we can get it mounted, I think this will span the gap. If we can get it mounted, then we can rotate the tank any direction we want, and we can plumb in those two valves. Yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll plumb in those two lines, and then we'll just use that as a drain. And that'll make it so that I bet it would take 3, 4, 5 hours of run time before this tank was full. We'll have to see. I'd like to get some more pieces off this truck prior to scrapping it. These dump valves, I'd like to have dump valves. That would be cool. And these air tanks and some of these air lines, some of these other valves would be pretty awesome. But anyways, let's plan on taking this off. Well, glad I didn't turn you on for that, but there we go. This is it. Now we'll have to measure those holes, get this thing cleaned up. We'll measure the spacing on those holes. I wish I had a sandblaster. The guy could pressure wash this and then sandblast it, prime it, paint it, look brand new. Well, we'll have to spend the time with the wire wheel. But we'll measure these holes. We'll go down there. We'll see if we can drill those holes. And if we can, we'll get them drilled and get this thing mounted. And yeah, I think it'll be good. Lost one of the nuts. Such is life. All right. I'll bring it back in a minute. All right, so we're going to go in here and we're going to measure this gap. I know this gap's bigger than 2 3/4 for sure. Yeah, it is 2 3/4. So we won't be able to use that bolt circle. This is an oily mess from those lines dripping. Yeah, it's a big tank to fit under here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I think we'll have to make a bracket. That goes from there down to here. Oh man, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. And I don't think that those 2 bottom bolts is the right choice. Because I think that will flex and break off of there. Interesting. We could have it come to right here. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. We'll have to make it onto here somehow. Maybe the 2 bolts is all we would need. I don't know. Let me go get the thing. We'll just size it up. I guess we could have it go into that. Oh, it doesn't fit. That's no good. Now, that's not a bad idea. We could make... That's not a horrible idea. It's pretty low though. Yeah, this might be too big of a container. Yeah, I think that's too big. Dang it. Well, that was a good idea. Okay. Square one. It was a good idea, but just too big. Too big to be below the engine. All right, we'll bring it back. come back, give it another look here in a second. Let's do this front tire. Look back at the rear tires. They look like they got a little shine to them, don't they? We'll get those wheels dried off. We'll probably do it again after we do the whole, wash the whole truck. But it doesn't look bad. And I think just go over it again. So I can do that as well. I don't know if it's the best tire shine made, but it does do a pretty good job. If you look at this before, these tires look pretty dry. Just get the water spots and dust off these tanks. They don't look so bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. I think that's good.